Earlier this week, bodyguards of Turkish President Erdogan viciously attacked a group of protesters in front of Turkish embassy in Washington. In a shocking revelation, a video and audio recordings confirm that while on the grounds of Turkish embassy in Washington, seeing the demonstrators, President Erdogan personally orders his bodyguards to attack the protesters. A few seconds after the attack begins, President then gets out of his vehicle and observes the beating for a few moments before entering the embassy. The protesters included members of Armenian, Kurdish, Greek, and Assyrian communities, among others. Protests started outside the White House and later moved to the Turkish embassy when men in dark suits rushed towards the demonstrators protesting Erdogan's authoritarian rule, his refusal to recognize the Armenian genocide, his crackdown on Kurdish population, human rights activists, and journalists.
This is not acceptable. They come over here as a bodyguard. They're supposed to protect Erdogan. They do not supposed to attack the people, the citizens of the United States. The police force of the United States, they do that.
Witnesses say women and children were not spared.
Somebody ordered them and they just attacked us. We had the elderly, we were the women are there, and we had the kids with us. And they didn't mind. I saw the little girl on the floor, on the ground.
I've got bumps on my head. My knees are all like, yeah, sure. I was knocked to the ground. They started kicking us. 3-4 men were kicking us.
Washington police was also attacked when they tried to stop the violence.
First and foremost, I will say that that's not something that we will tolerate here in Washington, D.C. This is a city where people should be allowed to come and peacefully protest.
The chief of Metropolitan Police said that the attack was videotaped and the attackers will be pursued until they are brought to justice. The video shows police struggling to protect a small group of protesters across the street from the embassy from being kicked and beaten by Erdogan's thugs. One woman was placed into headlock by a member of Turkish security force.
I just hold my neck and twist my arm and on the back. I was so afraid. I'm angry, of course, because we're in the United States. They cannot just attack the woman or any person.
It's one thing for there to be this type of violence in Turkey. That's a terrible thing. It's far worse for that violence to be exported to America.
Apparently, the goons working for the Turkish president felt themselves at home and did what they often do in Turkey, viciously attack the protesters and squash the dissent. The violence occurred during Erdogan's meeting with President Trump. So far, President Trump made no comments, nor he condemned the attack that took place in a broad daylight in the nation's capital by agents of foreign country on U.S. citizens during a peaceful protest.